What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. I'm here today to review the newest Smashing Pumpkins song, Silvery Sometimes. So this song just released today. I'm recording this the day before. The song actually kind of leaked, but not really. It was on a British radio show that I actually got to listen to. You actually had to click on a link. It was a little sneaky in terms of how to hear the song a little bit early, but I heard it. I recorded it on my phone so that I could hear it over and over again without having to go on the link. And so I've heard the song, but in terms of you guys, when this video is going up, it is out. It's public. The newest song from the Smashing Pumpkins. So I'm going to be talking about the song, I'm going to be reviewing it, what I think about it, songs I think it sounds like, just overall thoughts of that. I've also reviewed Solara, their first single, their first song that came from this reunion. And so this is the second one. Now they have 8 songs in all. I think that's the most important, and it's one of the most exciting things for me is that we basically get another 6 songs after this song. I don't know if they're all going to come out at once. I don't know if they're going to keep spacing them out. I feel like I saw a couple places that Billy Corgan said they'd put them all together closer to Christmas, and all these songs would be combined, as well as 2019 music. But I want to talk about in future videos, like the future of the Smashing Pumpkins and what we can expect to see from them. But Silvery Sometimes, I think is a phenomenal song. When I first heard the 30-second snippet that they released on their Twitter page, in terms of my time yesterday, in terms of your time like 2 days ago, I was really excited because it sounded like a really, really cool and just like nice sounding, like just to the ears, guitar part. And then when I heard the actual song, the more I listened to it, the more I really, really liked the song, and the more I'm even willing to say, not only is it way better than Solara, and I actually really like Solara. I know when I recorded the review for it, I was kind of on the, teetering. I did say overall it was a good song, but I know the public opinion for that song wasn't all the way positive. There was a lot of people that loved the song, but I think Silvery Sometimes is 10 times better than Solara, but even more so, I think it's one of their best songs since Oceania. Now, I'm a really big fan of Oceania in terms of the newer age Smashing Pumpkins. In terms of Monuments to Analogy, I really like that album. I think there's a lot of great songs. I think this song is better than every single song on that album, and I think it's better than most songs even on Oceania and Zeitgeist. I think this song overall sounds like a song you would find in an Oceania, if not even maybe like a melancholy, like the second actual album to it, because it just has like a certain kind of vibe. A lot of the tones to it, a lot of the guitar, like the solo parts, the actual solo, and even during the actual chorus where we're in the middle ghosts, when the guitar matches his voice, it sounds a lot like Wildflower in Oceania, and it really, just overall the guitar parts, in terms of the actual effects that they have on it, it really sounds a lot like Oceania techniques. And you know, I kind of expected that. When they were announcing new music, I made a video at some point, or when I talked about Solara, I probably said it. At some point, I said it. And I said, I really feel like these songs are really going to be more, sure, they have James Iha back, and they have Jimmy Chamberlain back, and they're better than ever, or whatever they want to classify themselves as. But I really do feel like a lot of what these songs are going to sound like is the best of, or what Billy Corgan has learned the most of from the past 3 albums, Zeitgeist, Oceania, and Monuments. I really think that is what these are going to sound like, and I do think that's correct. Now, the guitar, the actual guitar part, like when you hear it in the beginning of the song, that really reminds me a lot, not just of Solara, but in a way like 1979. It kind of also sounds like Never Lost in a way on Zeitgeist, but it does sound like a older Smashing Pumpkins sound, and that's what Solara sounded like in a way too. It really did sound like a darker-ish melancholy song, and that's what I get from this. Like I said, 1979, I think it sounds like the actual main guitar riff before it goes into the bend and when he slides, the more fancy-ish part of the main riff of 1979. I think just the actual chords that he's playing, I really do feel like they kind of mimic each other. If you were to continue playing the notes of 1979, if you kept playing them, I feel like you get Silvery Sometimes. But overall, I really love the song. The guitar part, I think, is really interesting. It's not overly fancy. The solo's not overly fancy. The guitar part itself isn't overly fancy, but it's very, very catchy. It sounds really, really nice. I really do like just the verse guitar part when he's singing in the verse, and when the actual like beat of the song is matching his voice, and there's kind of the different breaks between his voice and music. I really, really do like that. Jimmy Chamberlain, I think, nails it. The drums are there. They're not overbearing. They're very solid. They're very 1979 like drum machine-ish, but you can really, like, I can picture him playing it. And I can picture the energy. And overall, I just feel an energy. It's a more calming song, which does remind me more of Oceania, because although Oceania had some really nice guitar parts, Oceania as an album definitely was a little bit more calming and like soothing. In terms of songs like Wildflower and a couple, even like Pinwheels had that kind of feel to it. And that's what I really get from this song, a song that's not going to really go crazy. It's not a heavier rock song like Solara. It's very much, I think, on the other spectrum of things. And on an album, I would love to hear both of these songs on the album. I think they really, really complement each other. But that's the kind of vibe I get. I get a 1979 vibe. I get like a Never Lost vibe. I get a Wildflower vibe. And honestly, that's the best thing I could ask for, is that we're getting these sounds of the different eras of the Smashing Pumpkins. Although Jimmy Chamberlin was around for some of them, James Iha was around for some of them, we still get them. We still can hear all these different influences of the song. And overall, I just think the song is really, really catchy. I really love Billy Corgan's voice. I've always liked his voice. This song definitely reminds me of his voice in like an Oceania time. I think it works really well. It doesn't overbear anything. The guitar works a lot of ways with his voice where they mimic each other. When the actual verses start going, the guitars quiet down, his voice is definitely over it. But then you get that nice little background like electronica kind of sound that goes with his voice and with the beat of the actual song, which I think is really good. Overall, the song I think is very, very clever with the sounds and everything they're trying to do with the music, and I really, really am impressed with the song overall. I really honestly would say this is the song I would want as the first song. The very first time I'd hear the Smashing Pumpkins, again, this reunion, this newer aged them, this is the song I'd want to hear. Solara definitely did its own thing, and I'm definitely happy we got that song. And, you know, they used that song to play when they came out for the encore of their tour. They'd play Solara. And so they obviously value it not to put it in the actual set list, which makes sense because they're doing the whole 90s thing, you know. But they put Solara as the encore song, which I think is really good. I would have taken this song because this song does remind me of the kind of like nicer, like the 1979 kind of vibes to them. And really, that's the only song back then that had that. The guitar parts do mimic. I do hear a little bit of Monuments too. Like I can hear the different guitar sounds. And I definitely think that each album and each song definitely has influences from the other. You're never going to hear a brand new song just come out of nowhere that's never been heard before, never has any of the parts, or you can't say, well, this song sounds a little bit like this song, or they got this element of this song from another song. You're always going to be able to say that because, you know, music, and just like anything, games, movies, anything, nothing's that original anymore. But overall, I absolutely love this song. I think it's really, really good. I cannot wait to hear the next 6 songs, whether, again, they come out one at a time or whether they come out all at once. I will definitely be listening to them, and I'll be doing reviews of each song, especially if they all come out individually. You'll have reviews for each one. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think of Silvery Sometimes? Make sure to watch our other Smashing Pumpkins videos. We have so many. We've reviewed every single album, and we'll be talking about different topics regarding the Smashing Pumpkins going forward. Those videos come out every other Sunday. So although we're an entertainment gaming channel, we also do a lot of other stuff, and Smashing Pumpkin stuff is one of those things. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.